So I was watching a video yesterday, and I don't know, or maybe not watching videos. I was just looking at YouTube yesterday, and all these thumbnails come up, and it's basically like this man is comparing a overweight black woman with a Thai woman, and I don't know. I've heard this man speak before, and he basically was trying to say that a lot of men don't want black women because they're overweight. I'm not sure of like the numbers concerning black women being overweight, but I guess I never looked too hard. I mean, I didn't think they were any more overweight than any of the other women out here, because I've been to a variety of different states and I've seen people of all sizes. And the truth of the matter is, like, I've seen a lot of people of different sizes married and unmarried. I mean, to me, it doesn't seem to really matter to a lot of people concerning your size. Like, because oftentimes, maybe certain guys are attracted to bigger women, or a lot of times you'll see couples of like the same size together as well. Like, I very rarely see, a big person with someone skinny. But if I do, it's usually a skinny man with a big woman type deal. And so it's just very peculiar that this mentality is out there. And then concerning black women, maybe it is true. Oh, you know what? I think I did see a statistic where it was like 31% of black women, were overweight, but it was like 27% of white women were overweight. And if you like do the numbers, there's more white women in America than there are black women in America. So the number of white women that are overweight is actually more than black women that's overweight in America. And then I just think like we're black women. Well, okay, parts in Africa, because I've seen a lot of different kinds of Africans. I've seen the Ibir and Limbas and Bantu, Ziroa, and that kind of thing. It seemed like the Ibir, which were from Somalia, were very thin, like for the most part, and tribes like the Maasai, they're very thin. But there were other tribes that were not, like they were just naturally bigger. And I think it has something to do with genetics more so, because I don't think they're getting any more food than any of the other tribes. And that might be kind of an ignorant thing to say, but I know a girl from Ghana and I know a girl from Uganda, and the Ugandan girl is very skinny. Like, she's skinnier than me. In fact, she was on a diet so that she could gain weight. And for you guys who don't know how skinny I am, I'm like 5'6", I'm like 5'6", 120 pounds or something like that, close to that. I haven't weighed myself in a while. And I'm 36, and my weight literally has not changed at all since I was a teenager, pretty much. And I think it's just because I have high metabolism. But, the girl from Ghana, she's a little shorter than her, and she's just bigger. But, they both have very loving husbands, and they met in the church. And, the girl from Ghana, her husband's taller, and he's bigger, like average, I would say, like a little above average. And then the girl from Uganda, her husband's shorter, and he's slimmer. So, I mean, if a man loves you, then he loves you. He's not going to be looking so much at your size, although there is an appropriate weight for everyone, but not everyone's going to be super small. It's not in their genetics to be super small. I dated a guy, he was 230 pounds. He was like 6'2" or 6'3" or something like that. And like when he got checkups from the doctor, he was fine. Why? Because his spirit and his soul were in check. So, just because somebody looks overweight or is overweight according to medical standards or whatever the deal is, doesn't mean that it's going to affect their health. This dude was a very happy dude. He had everything going for him concerning his work, and he was 27 at the time. He was ready for a family, and he would have been fine. So I don't know. People are just really peculiar. I think they're just looking for things to kind of rag on, especially concerning black women. People need something to hate on. I remember being in California. First off, I've been the butt of everyone's jokes since I was a child. People would just find stuff to make fun of me for, and I never understood why. And then I realized, it's because they were jealous and because they were insecure, and to bring me down made them feel a certain way. And then, also I think I was just different. Like, I was called to be the light of the world. So the darkness hates the light. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so they kind of make black women the butt of the joke because they need something to make fun of. So I was in California, and this girl, she was crazy, basically. And so the roommates would spend all their time talking about her and making fun of her. Well, as soon as she left, they turned all their aggression on me. And I'm like, I wasn't doing anything the whole time to them. I was basically just trying to settle the environment, trying to be the mediator. But, what it is when people have that seed of negativity or insecurity, and then they are going to find something to beat up. If you do not stand for yourself, they are going to beat you up. That's what happens. So God actually told me how to stand up for myself in a very polite way, which commands, respect, but doesn't leave the person hungover. Can I say that I operate in that way all the time? No, I cannot say I operate in that way all the time. So some people leave pretty bruised and broken, but I'm working on it with God. We have to learn how not to repay evil for evil. So, yeah, but yeah, and the thing is, it jumps from, oh, black women are overweight, to, oh, black women have fake hair, to, oh, black women are a bunch of baby mamas running around, and they're not worth being in a serious relationship with. They're just for procreation. Crazy things I've heard black men say. And the funny thing about it is, yes, there's all this blame going on black women, but even when I was in middle school, the black guys were like, I don't want to date you. Why? Because you're black. I mean, I was a quiet kid. I got straight A's. I didn't bother anyone. Like, what was the purpose? Because you're black. That's literally what it is. Some people literally do not want you because in their mind there is some kind of stereotype or some kind of degradation concerning your skin color. And so they automatically assume because you fit that cutout, because you fit, you're black, that you are going to be a certain way. Some people are literally disgusted. Like, the trigger in their mind is disgust type thing when they look at you. And that's not you. That's literally them. They've literally got something wrong with their mind, their heart, and their spirit. And so they're reacting in that way. So, I think that a lot of people are just making excuses. Oh, black women are too fat. Oh, their hair is fake. Oh, their hair is natural. Oh, their eyelashes are natural. Oh, their eyelashes are fake. It's like you literally can't win. And you can't win because, again, it's not about those things to the fullness. It's about just their own nonsense that they're dealing with. But, those girls that I was talking about earlier, they're both from Africa. They ended up marrying predominantly white American men. Like the Ugandan girl, her husband's half Mexican, but you wouldn't be able to tell type deal. And then the other girl, her husband's white. Any white people that are grafted in, they are dateable in my opinion. So, they had to go outside of black men to find love, I guess. And I dated a guy. He was Korean. He was from South Korea, where his parents were, and he was very lovely. And he ended up passing away. Otherwise, we probably would have took the relationship further. But I think that the thing is, while I'm all for dating black men, if you want to date black men, go for it. I know my husband will be black because I've seen him in dreams. And I think there is something to holding up the black family. That might not be who God wants for you, especially if you're a Christian, because he will put you with someone who has a similar purpose and calling to you in the kingdom, that you can work with and is going to love you and you're going to love him and that kind of thing. And that might be someone that's not of your complexion. So I think you got to be a little open-minded, but don't be the person that's like, I'm not going to date black people. I'm not going to date white people, because the reason why I don't date white people is because I know my husband's black. So there's no point in me even doing it. There's no point in me going on a date, because when it's time for the husband to come, he's just going to come and none of the other stuff is going to matter. So definitely ask the Father for a husband. He'll hook you up with someone that's going to be your speed. And don't worry about your weight, because that's not going to matter. You're not going to have to change all these things about you. God made you a certain way. He's going to do the work concerning changing you into the image that he wants you to be in. So you guys be blessed and have a good one.